Hello everyone, it's been a while since I last uploaded, to be fair, and I wanted to change that. But the problem is, I'm not finished with my projects yet. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to showcase the project's current state and where it is heading right now. So, without wasting any more time, let's get into it.
Now, in order to save us some time, I've already loaded up CrystalOS, and the app we'll be using is called CarbonIDE. But we won't work with console this time. Oh no, we'll be doing graphics this time. And to make things easier, I've already created a demo project. Right here is this one. And this is where the fun begins. Now, CarbonIDE is divided into 6 separate sections. The first one being the canvas section, where you can preview your window that you're currently working on. The second section is called the code container, and as the name suggests, it shows the code of the window that you're currently working on. Or perhaps it shows the live script that you're writing on your own. Now, you can't really do much with this because I haven't yet implemented the function to actually write in this box, so it's just a showcase. But check this out. If you use the scroll wheel, you can actually scroll, and if you hold down the shift key, you can scroll horizontally as well without actually having to come down here and click on it. I know this is not that fancy of a feature, but I quite like it, so anyway. Moving on to the next section, instead of going to the properties section, I'll rather go to the UI elements section because this is necessary for you to understand how this works. So, for example, I'm just gonna click here and it will put a text element, a label element here. Or if I click on the button, hold down the left mouse button and drag the mouse. For example, I want this big button, release it, and there you have it. You have got a button. And you can do this with a slider, for example, as well. Drag it horizontally, sorry. And now you have successfully placed UI elements on your window. Now, going here, you can modify the X and Y position, the starting position of your window. You can also modify the width and the height of your window and the title as well, and whether the title bar should be visible, and also if you want your window to be always on top. But if you want to modify, for example, this button's property, you will come here, press this UI elements button, and you have all these UI elements listed. Now, ignore this because this is just for debugging purpose. This will be removed, and to select the button, can't, because I designed it in a way which is much more easier to implement for now. You go down to button 0 and then click on select, and now you have all the button properties. You can modify the X, the Y, the width and the height, the color, the text also, or at least that's the plan, because even though you can type in here, it doesn't modify it because I have to implement that as well, and this is why I said it's incomplete. This project is incomplete because you can't really do much with it right now. It's just the skeleton of the whole thing. And if you want to change back to the window properties, you can just click on here and it works. It comes back. You can change the Windows property as usual. And this section over here is the file system section. Now, there are a couple of important files that is necessary for the application to build. For example, this is a Makefile. I will show this later, but basically you have 3 folders. The first folder is this window folder. Now this window folder has 2 files in it right now because I prepared it, but this is your starting file, and as you can see, it saved it. And this is the second one which I created. This is just a text box basically. And this is another thing that I haven't implemented it yet, and that is to add/remove windows from the project. And to change directories, all you have to do is to click on this text box down here, start deleting till you delete the first backslash or whichever you are interested in, hit enter, or you can also click the go button and you are back at the base of the project. And there's a second folder called script, and it doesn't really contain much because I haven't yet implemented this either, so there's not much going on in here. And last but not least, there's the bin folder, and this contains the executable, the output of the project. And speaking of building the project, all you have to do is press F5 on your keyboard, and there you have it. You've got your own program built. And as you can see in the last section, it is outputting a sort of log that's tracking the progress of the build. But now you may be wondering, why did the second window appear only? The answer is simple: Makefile. The Makefile in this instance is used as technically as a linker for the compiler to tell it whether to include a specific file or not. In this case, we are including main and main2.wlf. Now WLF stands for Window Layout Format. We can also tell the compiler whether the application should be signed. In this case, it's a Y, so it means yes, the publisher is admin, and also we can tell the start window. In this case, it is main2, which you can see when I launched the application, it only showed the main2 window layout, not the main window layout. But of course, later down the line, I plan to make this graphical also, so it's easier to include and or exclude files from the build process. Also, to change the publisher or the signature, whether you want to sign it or not, I can use checkbox for that. I could also do a drop-down menu for the start window, and I would also like to give it more functionality so you can set more stuff. But anyways, thanks for watching. If you have any suggestions or just want to give a helping hand, leave a comment down below or join my Discord server. Links will be in the description down below. And until the next time, bye bye!